You mentioned The Guardian. It's interesting because you yourself recently had an unpleasant experience where The Guardian misquoted you over Srebrenica, misquoted you to make it appear as if you were questioning the Srebrenica massacre. But let me bring you back to the conduct of the actual war, because that was another...
The 1999.
The bombing, which was also overlooked or selectively covered by Western media in general. Now, Amnesty International, among others, reported that, quote, NATO committed serious violations of the rules of war during its campaign. Numerous human rights groups concur and document various war crimes. One of them had its anniversary 2 days ago when the radio television of Serbia was bombed, the national television, its headquarters, killing 16 people. First of all, why were these crimes completely unreported? And secondly, you already touched on that. And secondly, is there any prospect for there being any responsibility taken for these crimes?
Well, actually, the crimes were reported, but they were cheered. It's not that they were unknown. Like the bombing of the radio station, yeah, it was reported, a TV station. But that's fine, because the TV station was described as a propaganda outlet, so therefore we had the right to bomb it. That happens all the time. It just happened last year, in November 2004. One of the worst war crimes in Iraq was the invasion of Fallujah. That's one thing. The bombing of Fallujah was something worse. The invasion of Fallujah actually was kind of similar to Srebrenica, if you look. But they invaded Fallujah. The first thing that the invading troops did, the U.S. troops, was to take over the general hospital and throw the patients on the floor. They're taken out of their beds, put on their floor, hands tied behind their backs. Doctors thrown on the floor, hands behind their backs. There was a picture of it in the front page of the New York Times. They said it was wonderful.
And the Geneva Convention forbids hospitals
to be... It's a grave breach of the Geneva Convention. George Bush should be facing the death penalty for that, even under U.S. law. But it was presented, no mention of the Geneva Conventions, and it was presented as a wonderful thing because the Fallujah General Hospital was a propaganda center. Namely, it was releasing casualty figures. Okay? So therefore it was correct to carry out a massive war crime. Well, the bombing of the TV station was presented the same way. In fact, as I'm sure you recall, there was an offer from NATO that they wouldn't bomb it if they agreed to run, I think, 6 hours of NATO propaganda. Well, this is considered quite right.